Peace and balance. What's up, y'all? Mystique on here. Your self worth is an internal sense. And what that means is the measurement of it can only be determined by you and how you feel about yourself, right? Another person on the outside of you do not have that power to tell you what your self worth is. And I see that that's a trending thing. You know, people often want to say what your value is, but your value, no one else can determine your value, right? No one else can determine how you feel about what you bring to relationships, to businesses, to the table. No one can do that. You know, if you don't feel confident within yourself, then that's your self-worth. If you feel like, you know what I have, who I am, and what I do is good enough for me, and it will be good enough for whoever crosses my path and whoever I align with. That is understanding your self-worth. And as a former people pleaser, recovering people pleaser, say I. But as a recovering people pleaser, I often try to force my self worth on other people because I needed you to see it. Like I needed that validation. I needed to be validated because I really didn't understand and know my self worth, so I forced it on the people. I'm like, I'm going to give you so much love and give you so much of me, and then you're going to see what my worth was because I didn't value myself in that way. I didn't, you know. And it's crazy because coming out of a relationship, I learned that it unlocked another level of healing for me because while at that moment, up until that relationship, I knew what my self-worth was. I understood my value. I appreciated it. Coming up out of it, I'm like, well, this just unlocked a whole new understanding of myself where now, rather than me trying to show a person my self-worth, because a lot of us do that without even knowing. But I'm not going to try to show you my self-worth. I'm just going to show up as me. I'm going to show up as Mystique. I'm gonna move like me, talk like me, what I have, what I bring to the table, what I bring to the relationship. I'm just gonna be that person, be that loving person, be that loyal person. I'm not gonna do the most. I'm not gonna go above and beyond for you to see how much I am valued and how much I am worth. I'm just gonna show up, right? And when you do that, that does a couple things, but one of the most important things that I learned that shows the character of the person who you are around, because either they're going to receive you in your authenticity or they won't. And that's it. And if they do not, that's okay, because that person does not value, does not see your worth, and they weren't meant to. I don't think that everybody is meant to understand everybody or align or just meet and coexist. Everybody is not supposed to do that. I'm not gonna vibe with everybody, and I'm okay with that. So to all my former recovering people pleasers, it's okay. I get it. I understand. We want to be received. We want people to love us. We want people to see us. We want people to understand us. But none of that matters if you can't see yourself. And for a long time, I didn't see myself. I didn't value myself. I didn't understand what that meant in the first place. So now, in this spirit, in this energy, in this moment, I understand that my self-worth comes from an internal sense. And everybody's not going to receive my self-worth. Everybody's not going to see my self-worth. Everybody won't even understand it. And in this moment, I am okay with that. Took some time, took some processing, but I'm okay with it. And so if you're watching this and you struggle with self-esteem issues, you struggle with self-worth, you struggle with knowing your value, the first thing that I would recommend you do is cut out all the outside chatter. Anybody that's trying to deplete you, misuse you, hurt you, break you, those people have to immediately go. Because they're going to, like, as you're building yourself up in the inside, you have someone on the outside tearing you back down. So it never works. It's a catch-22 situation. So remove the people in your life that is trying to tear you down. The next thing, take a moment to yourself, go into an isolation period and really pull out and understand what your values are. What do you do good? What do you feel good about? What about you that you do, say, act, whatever, all that, what brings out that confidence in you? Where's your passion? That passion that lies dormant or deep down inside of you. What is that? And how do you make yourself proud? That's a big one. You know, I I didn't even realize that, a lot of the times I was disappointing myself and feeling bad because I wasn't received by the people that was around me. So I learned to make myself proud again. Do things that align with my spirit, my energy, my life, my soul. I started to do things that align with that and only that. And I began to be okay with people not liking it, people not receiving it, people not, I began to learn how to be okay with that. But it took some time, so that isolation period will pull that out of you. Because you don't have the opinions of other people trying to tell you this and tell you that. It's an internal sense self-worth. So if it's an internal sense, then you have to go back to your internal self, your inner self. And sometimes you might have to relearn yourself. Sometimes you have to undo some things. Sometimes you have to bring stuff to the top, to the focus, to the surface, and deal with them. But you have to, because you will see a whole new life when you do. So those would be two of the things that I would suggest when you are searching for your self-worth and you're battling with self-esteem issues. Remove people out of your life and then go on a journey with self and figure out who you are, what makes you proud, and what brings out the best in you without anyone else's opinion or congratulations or acceptances. Only yours, because that's all that matters. Okay, so I hope that video resonated with you. I'm gonna probably do a part 2 to this because I have so much more to say, but I gotta go. If that resonated, please subscribe to She Sound Off. And until next time, you'll not know your self-worth. I stopped saying this at the end of my videos, but I'm going to bring it back. That self-preservation is the first law of nature. Love yourself before you love anything, anybody else. And that fits perfectly with this message. Love yourself before you love anything and anybody else. And lead with your heart chakra, and everything else will soon follow. All right, y'all. Peace.